Please welcome to the stage Denee Pearson, Global Brand President, NYX Cosmetics.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Good. I saw Yara. I'm like, oh, she's beautiful. Like that's the one to go after. So wow, Forbes Power Women Summit. Hey, Power Women. Can I keep it real with you? I have to say, I'm just a Jersey girl who went from intern to global brand president. So this for me is quite major. So thank you so much, Forbes. Thank you, Sherry, for having me here. And thank you to my team who got me all the way together. And when I say all the way together, I mean through a power outage, traffic, shoes left in the car, new shoes. And here I am. Power. Now that's power, that's power. So when I think about power, and when I think about what makes me feel powerful, I think about purpose, and I think about living in my purpose. I think about the women that I surround myself with, my sisters. You know, they've been with me at the very top, but also they've seen me at the very bottom. And we all have them. Those are the women in your lives who celebrate you the loudest, but also pull you out of the trenches. That's power. I think about the power of pushing women forward and lifting them up and shining a light. I think about the power of confidence, and when I feel confident, and it's when I'm in my baddie stance and I'm all the way snatched and the hair's done, the nails done, the outfit's together, the makeup's on point. That's power. But I didn't always feel powerful. And so take a journey with me, 13-year-old Dee running through the drugstore makeup aisles, and I wasn't supposed to be there, but I was looking for the perfect foundation and the perfect lipstick shades. And you know, I thought I was grown, of course, and it was probably to impress a boy or two or three. You know, back then I was popping. But the problem was that the beauty shelves didn't have a shade for someone like me. And so that foundation that I put on looked a little orange, clown-like mask. Those nudes actually weren't nude on my skin tone. They were super chalky. And so my glam wasn't so glamorous, if you know what I mean. And of course, I had the mother that was always right there in my face, clocking me, didn't work out. And so what I didn't know then that I know now is that the beauty industry didn't have room for me at that moment. They didn't have a shade for me. They didn't have products for girls who looked like me, which led me to my purpose and led me into my power, which is that if I want to feel seen, and I want girls like me who look like me to feel seen, then I've got to be the change. And I have to make sure that any black or brown girl can walk down that same drugstore aisle, pick up her perfect nude, and not have to think twice about it. That's power, and that's purpose. And so I have to say, just so you know it's real, this butter gloss nude hits a little different these days, okay? Perfect match, perfect match. Excuse me, Sherry said this was okay to put it here. She said it was still classy. So fast forward 2 decades, and here I am. Wow. Literally from packing boxes as an intern to building billion-dollar brands. I've been about change, more shades, more voices, more seats at the table. But it wasn't until I landed at NYX that I finally felt at home, because everyone there is unapologetically themselves. And when I say unapologetically, I want you guys to think bamboo earrings, extensions to the floor, long fingernails, pink hair, whatever. It's all celebrated here. Because here, we do color. We celebrate color. Here, we are responsible for reimagining what the new standard is in beauty. And so here, we know that our community knows that we've got them because we are the community. And so they never have to settle, and they never have to compromise like I once did. So don't settle. So if I can have just a couple of seconds to give you my 3 power truths, and this is what I live by, and maybe you'll take them with you, or there's some nugget for you. I call them the over it mentality. The first one is the unicorn over the uniform. So where we feel power is when we're surrounded by outliers. Because for me, diversity is more than just a skin tone. Diversity is differences in thoughts, in opinions, in point of views, in music tastes. You've got to be fueled. I'm fueled by unicorns. And then number 2, it's the truth over the trend. And I've never won not being myself. I always have to keep it real. I don't chase, I don't follow, I don't dupe. NYX doesn't dupe. It's about chasing the magic and being the magic. So I only want to work with a team that is ready to create the magic. And the magic is in our truth. And our truth comes before any trend. And then last is number 3, which is culture over comfort. And if we don't already know, culture is the new currency. So no culture, no swag, no aura, no authenticity. Okay, what do the kids say? No, I don't know. I don't know what the kids say. I'm not a kid anymore. But there's no wins is the point. And so my biggest mission is to always push myself out of the comfort zone and always be a part of making sure that the culture is coming forward. Because I'm not here just to create makeup, although I love it. I'm here to create a movement, and that is my power. So, if I can go back to middle school D, sneaking in that beauty store, I would say, you know what, you're not wrong. I'd say that to me right now as well. I'm never wrong. You weren't wrong to want more. You just had to create it. And so no one will ever have to settle. No one will ever have to compromise. If you NYX, you know, there's always room at my table because it's where the unicorn is over the uniform, where the truth is over the trend, and where the culture is over the comfort, and no one is ever looked over. And that is our power. Thank you, everyone.
We will